This is our second FDD forum. And looking around the room, it seems as if we've got all the serial acquirers in the industry. And one room, Ian Fishwick, I'm pleased to say, is comparing and hosting the event today and chairing the panel. And Ian, I think you've probably done about 40 deals. 43 deals, 43 deals over the years. Many of those with Evolution Capital, including, I think, our first ever sale was to you many years ago. Matt, I think you've done 20 or so deals. You've got the record for doing almost one a month, I think, so 20 deals in 20 months, which is quite an achievement. Yeah. And then Focus, and thanks very much, because you're also going to share your perspective, I think, a bit later, so looking forward to hearing that. Then one of our old friends, Ian Mason, who we've known since the very early days of Evolution, and then Matthew from Tobrick. So it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on what.
In the last 15 months in particular, I must have dealt with almost all of the major due diligence providers in the UK. That puts me in a reasonable position to comment on the similarities and differences between all of them. It's a lot easier to talk about the similarities than it is about the differences. But the reason why I say they're similar is in terms of output, what you get from them is a series of PDF documents that you can't change. There's only one thing really changed since I've been doing it. The reports have got longer and longer. And that doesn't tell you kind of the stuff I want to know. You know, if I want to say, you know, what's the churn on product B? Once I've found the right document, and I might find it on page 142, you know, you've got to go and hunt for this stuff, right? And I don't want to. And particularly in this world where you've got Siri and Alexa, and we're all used to just asking things, I just want to ask stuff and get the answers. I don't want to do all that detailed reading stuff. So, some months ago, I gave a series of challenges to Sam and the team. First one was, can you develop an interactive interactive information memorandum, one that I can ask questions to? It does feel like the really big guys who charge hundreds of thousands for this kind of stuff seem to justify themselves by giving me hundreds of pages. It's almost like I'm paying by the page. All of the stuff in the PDF is in one format, and it's not in the format I want to see it, because it's in the format that the seller's trying to show me. Whereas what I want to do is I want to see it in my format. Almost all of the serial acquirers now are backed by something like this, but they're all private equity backed. Which means you've got no option, but you've got to get deals through investment committees, which has brought a degree of formality into it that we perhaps didn't have before, and that's good and bad. When you're buying things that say $500,000 EBITDA or $1 billion, there's a distinct limit as to what you can afford to pay for these things, right? You know, you can't spend $500,000 on something that makes $500,000 EBITDA, because you just increase the price by 1 times EBITDA already. So the real problem is the degree of formality they want sometimes is too much for the price that you want to pay. So the third part of the challenge that I gave to Sam is, on it, be interactive in a format that I'm used to seeing, but I want it for less than £100,000. And certainly when I was back in my telecoms days and I was selling big networks, I used to use just 3 words: better, faster, cheaper. And then I'd explain the detail. So effectively, I'm just taking the same philosophy, better, faster, cheaper, to DD. Something much better than a static PDF, something you can interrogate quicker, but at a price point that makes sense for the kind of deals that we're doing. No pressure there then, Sam. Okay.